Hello and welcome to the Footium Football Special, where already we've got a technical difficulties. All my co-host cameras are not showing. We'll get that sorted out in a second, but we'll get some. It's a mystery voice scenario. We'll
It's
start off.
interesting.
We'll start off with the voice that was just then. Introduce yourself, please. Mystery voice.
Mystery voice number one is Sam, community lead for Footium. Looking forward to doing another Footium football special. There is some mad games today. I'm covering George and Roland's team, which they've been a little bit absent during the playoffs, so I am looking out for them to lose. But yes, I'm really looking forward to it.
Fantastic. We've got the cameras up for Jordan and Leroy, who are joining us today. But somehow Sam's has got a bit strange on there, to be fair. But Leroy, hello. Can we get an introduction from you, please, on this one?
Yeah, I'm Liam, aka Leroy of Sea Park, the disappointing Sea Park. I will be covering Sea Park versus Marshall and Marma versus Newsby Birch.
Yeah, that's going to be a good game today, I think. There's some big games going on in these divisions. And then finally, we've got Jordan, creator of the game. Jordan, how are things with you?
Yeah, great here. So I'm going to be covering Division 3, Playoff 1-2. We've got Fen versus Old Sea Stanley. Either of those teams can get promoted today. That's only if Crete Town slip up against St Constanley, who have nothing to play for. It should be, with Crete Town, it should be a walk in the park, but we'll see what happens.
There we go. I finally got the cameras working. I think as I clicked off things, it just stopped working, basically. But we are back now with all these cameras working, hopefully. And hopefully that'll be good for the rest of the evening. So there we go.
I've got my mug. I'm rapping.
Exactly.
Rapping Newcastle's.
So, a little bit red-faced, but we're all right. So, we've got the playoffs coming up today, as spoken about. And these playoffs have been really interesting so far. Plenty of good games going on. And a lot of battles going on in these leagues. We'll take you through the league tables as I'm going to press the button to go through onto the actual... There we go. It's all worked properly that time around, which is quite nice. So, I can do something right here. But obviously, we spoke about the games we're talking about. We'll come to you first, Leroy. You're watching the two games going on here in Division 2 right now. Sea Park versus Marshilf. Of course, you are the manager of Sea Park. So how about you tell us a little bit how your playoff journey's gone so far?
Disappointing. I've chopped and changed far too many times in my formation. And me and Newsby Birch, we're in exactly the same position where we just didn't get a win against each other and lost against the other two. And now we find ourselves going into the last game with nothing to play for, and we're playing against the two teams that have got everything to lose, both on the equal points. But yeah, my journey has been a bit of a poor one this time in comparison to last season.
Yeah, I do want to add to this actually. Jordan told us before the call that Leroy has made the most changes out of any manager in the whole of Beta. So you've got to make of that what you will with him failing in the playoffs.
Yeah, definitely. And we're looking at the league table right now. Marma and Marshall, it's a battle, really. They've both got 9 points. They're both playing the other teams lower down in the playoffs. So really, Leroy, you still have a big part to play in this. You could stop Marshall getting a promotion.
Yeah, I have a massive part to play, and I think hopefully Marma is watching, but I think he won 3 games out of 3, and now has lost 2 on the bounce. Surely it's supposed to be one of the biggest playoff bottle jobs of all time. He's not to get promoted today.
It really will be. We'll keep close tabs and eyes on this one then. If we move into Division 3, the playoff for League 1 and 2 in that one, I think it is. You're right. We have got, Jordan, you're watching Fen versus Old Sea Stanley and St Constanley versus Crete Town. Both these games in here. And it is a tight one because there's 3 teams here who could still end up getting promoted. Crete Town on 10 points in this mini league, Fen on 9 points and Old Sea Stanley on 8 points. Which way do you see it going?
I think it's going to be... to be honest, I think it's going to go the way of Crete Town. That's the most likely scenario here. It doesn't really look like St Constanley are really fielding a team that's gonna challenge Crete Town today. They've been pretty absent, and I think the fans have shown that as well. They're not really turning out in the numbers here at Warmers Park this evening, and I do expect a Crete Town victory. But you never know in these games. If they are to slip up, Fen and Old Stanley are there to knock them right off the perch. So they have to go for it today, Creektown. It is a massive game, but I do expect them to win this one.
Will the pressure get to the players? We'll find out later on. We're not covering any games in Division 3 Playoff 3/4, but we can have a quick look at the table when it loads on my screen. As you can see, Fratplesh already got themselves promoted. They're 5 points clear of the other teams in that playoff table there. So nothing to play for there. Fratplesh, congratulations on your promotion. If we switch through into Division 4 Playoff 1, this is another division, I think, where there's nothing to play for, essentially. That already has been decided. And as the table loads, we can see that is the case. Weld Albion finishing top of that one with 11 points, ahead of the 7 points of Cruiseburn below them. So congrats to Weld Albion on your promotion via the playoffs. But we are watching a game in Division 4 Playoff 2. Sam, you're watching Haynes United versus Swart Rangers in what is going to be a really big game here.
Yes, I am. So there has to be a 3-goal swing. Swart Rangers look like they're going to go into this as favourites, but I think Haynes have been looking good in the playoffs and the manager's been really on top of it. So it could go anywhere, but I'm also seeing a lot of Swart Rangers chants in the chat. So I think their fans are really up for it. So yeah, it could be a good one.
It's going to be a good one, yeah, but obviously Haynes at home have it all to play for. A 3-goal swing is not unheard of. Obviously, they have to get that in order to get the goal difference in their favour and the points, obviously, to be level on points there. I am very excited for that one, particularly because George is a manager of Swart, obviously. And
yes.
So it'd be quite funny for him, or for us at least, to see him bottle this one massively. I would very much enjoy that. So that's definitely one to keep an eye on. Division 4 Playoff 3. Also, Sam, you're watching Taunton versus Bing Villa, right? Because
this one is
big.
just a playoff final. Absolute playoff final. Same goal difference, same points. The other two teams aren't in it. Bills Up Rovers was close, but obviously because the two teams are playing each other, they've not got a chance now. Yeah, massive. I'm really looking forward to this one.
Yeah, as playoff finals go, like for the Footium universe, this literally is a playoff final, winner-take-all situation here. So
I will say the Bing Villa squad looks a lot more rested than the Taunton squad.
Oh, okay.
Much fresher legs.
That is going to be very exciting then. And then as we drop into Division 4 Playoff 4, and again, we're not watching any games in this one on the grounds. I think this one is also wrapped up as well. Looking at the league table as it loads on my screen. Yes, New Burton Albion with 11 points on the board. They have one promotion, so congratulations to them and their management team for that one. So, overall, it's been a pretty good season. Obviously, these are the culmination of the playoff games. How have you guys enjoyed this past season when you've been playing across the beta?
I've enjoyed it because I've been back in Division 1 with you, Tom.
Yeah.
I don't know how your season was in Division 1, but I was very happy with a mid-table, no relegation. I was just happy with it. I think you actually gave me my first win of the season.
I think I did. Yeah, I think it was the second or first game of the season. I think you spanked me like 5-1 or something like that. But yeah, it wasn't a great season for Mainsea City, my team. We just couldn't quite get a run of fixtures going. We were just very inconsistent, essentially, which was not great. But yeah, you had a good season though, up in 7th place, just 2 points ahead of us, so it wasn't too bad. Jordan, how did you find? Sorry, carry on, Sam.
I was just going to say, weirdly, I've seen a lot of people say that at home they've played better, but for me, I could not win at home, and I was winning every away game. So.
I do think my away form was a lot better as well, actually.
Yeah, something needs to be figured out there, because we could be pushing for the title.
Yeah, definitely. Jordan, how did you enjoy this phase of the beta?
I enjoyed it a lot, much more successful than last season. Made a real commitment this time to try and push ITOP back to where they belong, right at the top in Division 1. Unfortunately, we fell short. We struggled against the top teams in the division. We suffered some quite heavy defeats. I think it was Newsby Birch we got battered by, and probably a few other teams in there. We did pick up some good results, but I think in the end it was down to just not strengthening the team. We weren't very good in the transfer window, and that's where we really fell short. Compared to our competition.
Yeah,
I remember seeing some tweets actually, because your director of football this season was Samesh, and I think there were some tweets to get him replaced after some multiple failed targets in the transfer market.
Yeah, Samesh was brought in after what was a terrible season last season, almost relegated, survived just towards the end after the fans called for me to be sacked. But yeah, we brought Samesh in, and we've had a much more successful season. But yeah, in terms of the transfer market, it's been a disappointing one. But I think next season, we can strike a good balance and we can go for promotion again.
Yeah, definitely. I think you need to have that run next season. But Leroy, I've got to ask you, obviously you beat Jordan to the playoffs there by a single point. But for a team to score 102 goals and only get 19 goals against, a plus 83 goal difference, where did it go wrong? How have you not won this title?
My away form against any of the top 5 was dreadful. It really, really was poor. It ended up just being the top 5 against the rest, and I didn't seem to be able to beat any of the top 5 consistently.
Yeah.
I managed to get a win against Jordan, but I drew the other one in a game where I could have been in control of the title, but I just never beat any of the top 5 when it really, really, really mattered. I ended up just falling away, and if anything, finishing mid-table with the 5, which luckily got me into a playoff. But then I've just melted.
Yeah, one of those seasons. Hopefully, we'll see you back in up in first place next season. Obviously, that's where you want to be next season, pushing for promotion for Division 1. But we are moments away from kickoff in these games. So if we can get down, if I can click on the right buttons, there we go. The kickoffs are going to be here in a second. What I want to do very quickly before we kick off then, Leroy, you're watching obviously the 2 games in Division 2 in those playoffs. Score predictions very quickly.
5-0 Sea Park.
Yep, good.
2-1 Marma win.
There we go. That's what we want to see. That's a big win for Marma then. Promotion in your eyes there. Jordan, very quickly, you're watching obviously the games in Division 3. What do you reckon is going to be happening in those games?
I expect Crete Town to win this, but to be honest, I think it's going to be a really cagey start. I think they're going to start quite nervous because they know what's at stake. And I think should an early goal come in at Bruma Stadium in the other leg, I think we've just had a shot over there, a good chance. But we'll get to that in a moment. I think Crete Town the nerves might start setting in, but I think as it goes on, I think the quality will shine through, and I think they're going to grab 2 goals in the second half and win that game and get promoted. As for the other game, we've got a goal.
As you say that,
Julian Tucker, Crete Town. Talk about nerves. There's none of it. He just coolly tucked it into the back of the net. 1-0 Crete Town, and honestly, I think that might be the league in the bag. I really don't see St Constanley coming back.
I've got a goal. I'm sorry, Jordan. I've got a goal over here as well.
Let's have a look then, shall we? Where's the
We've
goal?
Got a goal for Swart Rangers, which means Haynes United need 4 goals now. I can't really see any way back. I've got another goal. Taunton 1-0 up.
Taunton 1-0 up.
The goals are flying.
The goals are flying in. We'll jump over to Taunton quickly, although I think I've clicked on the wrong league there, so I'll get into the right league quickly. Goal for Taunton very early on there. Let's have a look at this one. And sorry, did you say it was a goal your game, Leroy, as well?
Yeah, Sea Park have taken the lead.
Sea Park in the lead. You love to see it.
We love it.
Fantastic stuff. Just trying to see if we can lay this match up.
The goal, there's another goal. Sorry to interrupt. It's Martin Potter. Crete Town 2-0 away from home. I think this playoff is all wrapped up.
Wow, Crete Town already 2-0 up there. Let's see if we can jump over to the Sea Park game to see what's going on in that one. As Sea Park 1-0 up there, early goal there at home. Big result for them if they can do that. It's a real decider in that title battle. But for whatever reason, every time I click on the games, and there we go, it's loaded for me finally. There we go. So Clark Griffin with the goal 5 minutes in there. And I must say, Sea Park with a much better rating across all positions there. So you must be feeling confident heading into this game, Leroy.
Nope.
He's got a great rating, but hasn't performed too well. What's the rating against the team he's playing?
I'm just looking at Clark Griffin, actually. That's his 7th goal of the season as it stands right now in 27 appearances, which is good.
Very nice.
Attack 63 compared to 52. Midfield is 59 compared to 56. And defence is 58 compared to 52. But it is 2 shots apiece here.
Amazing. We had a bit of an early flurry. Team's obviously going for it, I must say.
Yeah, they really, really are. So, as it stands right now then, Marma will be getting promoted in Division 2, which is exciting for them. If we look down at Jordan's league in Division 3, we can catch up with the goals going on there and what's going on in that league table. As the results load on my screen, Of course, Crete Town 2-0 up, so they will be going on to win this title as things stand right now. Let's have a quick look at who got the goals in here.
Julian Tucker, Marlon Potter, 3 minutes and 6 minutes.
Yeah, that's not bad at
Only
all,
2
is it?
chances in the
Not
game.
bad at all. There's some breaking news in the chat from Castrick saying rumours are circulating around the Sea Park ground that referee has been bribed and is threatened, and that's why Sea Park are already in the lead in that game. We can't confirm those reports are true or not, but they are rumours, vicious rumours that are circulating, as well as Julian Tucker's 17th goal of the season. That's fantastic for him for Crete.
Extreme slander from Castrix there. I'm not happy.
Did you see someone's comment about you going from the official mug supply to the official bottle supply?
Oh,
That is superb. That is superb.
That's a good one.
oh dear.
And then if we jump to the games going on with Sam, then let's just update ourselves over there. So in Division 4 Playoff 2, Swart Rangers, as we said, were winning that one. They're on their way to 14 points if they carry on like this. George will be very happy in this one if it stays like this. Nick Young with the goal 3 minutes in.
Yeah, we switched over to the other game, but it was a really well-worked goal. It was a corner routine they must have practiced, so I've been saying that they're a vacant manager, but it was a great corner routine, and their centre back tapped it in the back post.
Yeah, I'm just clicked on him now. 71 rating. That's absolutely mental. Heading of 56 as well. He is pretty up.
We have a goal.
Oh.
Newsby Birch leading Marma. Oh,
wow, that is huge.
that is massive.
So really, at this stage,
Oh,
Marma is still going up, even though they are losing right now based on goal difference. But if Newsby Birch can grab 3 or 4 more goals, it changes it completely in Marshall's favour. So if Marshall can't win, hopefully for them, Newsby Birch score another 3 or 4.
Yeah, they deserve that as well. It's Newsby Birch. It's quite a quiet game, but any chances look like they come from Newsby Birch. Marma looking like they're not showing up in 3 games in a row.
Yeah, interestingly, the goal scorer, Aidan Bailey, 18-year-old right wing-back, 61 rating, but that is his 9th goal of the campaign.
For a wing-back, brilliant.
For a wing-back with 15 shooting. I don't know how he's scoring these goals, but he's doing well. He's doing very well.
He must be crossing them in the net.
Yeah, he must be. He's got 93 crossings, so he must be going for a cross to the far post and it chips to the keeper and goes in. Not bad at all.
I mean, I could do with Newsby Birch not winning, so I don't finish bottom of the group.
That's also true. That's also true. But
I've had a goal. I've had a goal.
Where's the goal?
It's at Haynes versus Swart.
Oh,
Swart needed one more to put it to bed, but Haynes have pulled one back, so they still need 3 more goals from this point, but it's really changed the game, I think.
Sea Park lead 2-0.
Up the Sea Park. Another goal for them. Who's got the goal for you?
Harold Wagner, centre back.
Okay. So was it a well-worked set piece then? Is that what we're talking about?
Speculative shot from outside the box. I don't know what he's doing there, but I'll take it.
It's
Vincent Company.
It must be the same. Did you see Harry Darling's goal over the weekend for Swansea?
I did, yeah. I did, yeah. He's got Cambridge United. He's got Cambridge United ties, so I did see that, yeah.
Yeah, he's all over that one then. It must be a similar situation there. Good stuff.
Goal. It's the 3rd for Crete Town. Joshua Reed. It's all over. I've said that twice, but it's all over.
It's all over 28 minutes into the game.
You can start partying. St. Constanley, just do not look up for it. They're ready for their season break.
Especially when you look at the difference in the ratings between the two teams there as well.
All over. I think the news is starting to filter down to Brumar Stadium, and I think both those teams are going to be quite disappointed with the score already after only half an hour.
Yeah, and it's interesting because Crete Managers Town doesn't seem to be happy. It's another goal as well.
4-0. We have another goal.
4-0.
Marlon Potter with the second of the game.
Marma equalise against Newsby Birch.
Oh, let's head over there then. Let's head over there. Because
Marma in control.
That is big in the grand scheme of things.
Unless Marshall can come back and improve on Marma's result, this is looking tied up.
It is. So Ricardo Griffin with the goal there in the 29th minute. He's a defensive midfielder, according to this, but has got his 3rd goal of the season. there. So obviously providing from deep with his 92 interceptions. Clearly a ball winner in that midfield. And was actually a signing from Garrettaford Athletic from Division 1 by looks of things as well. He moved over there on the 25th of June 2022. Interesting. So yeah, came to the youth academy at Garrettaford and then moved over to Marma. And it's made and obviously got themselves promoted nearly. So he's done a good job for them.
Yeah, and obviously Garrettaford, who won Division 1 as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I wonder if they've got any sort of clause in that in the transfer fee, like promotion bonus, things like that. That must be something. They must have some sort of future interest in there, I would imagine. Interesting stuff there. So as we approach half time in these games, it's very exciting right now. One game we haven't heard from much though is Taunton versus Bing Villa, right? What's going on there, Sam?
Yeah, so there was an early goal from Robin Burns, their centre forward. They really are putting the ringer through Bing Villa. Was not what I was expecting. Bing Villa looked very well rested, very well rotated. Granted, their ratings aren't that good, but like I said, Taunton looked like they played way too many games, and I feel like this will start to come into effect near the end of the game. But currently, Taunton's still on top.
Yeah, a long way to go. But with a slightly stronger midfield and defence, potentially even then, maybe they just hold on just a little bit. But I'm seeing a lot of chances here for Taunton over the crossbar, just going wide. So Taunton do seem to be in the ascendancy right now in this game. We'll keep close tabs on this one then.
Has been another goal in the Creektown match. It's 5-0, and they're just enjoying themselves now. They really are enjoying themselves. And Constanley are just haven't turned up, and Creektown have. They were well up for it.
It's a victory parade, isn't it, really, for Creektown at this moment in time?
That whole second half is just going to be one big promotion party, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Roberto Cook, the keeper for St Constanley, has had 6 shots on target against him, and he saved one of them. Not the greatest of games for him, one that he won't be looking back on particularly fondly.
I think there's going to be questions about the keeper after the game. There has been a couple of horrific ones in there.
a few howlers. So, as these games do approach half-time, a few of these promotion games, such as the Creektown game, well, that seems done and dusted, to be fair. But there's a few that are still a little bit open. We'll get the full recaps at half-time. But we want to know in the chats, how have you done this season? Has your season gone? Have you been pleased with your team? Were you disappointed with your team? What could you have done better? Let us know in the chat. We'd love to hear from you guys and how you've been enjoying this season of the beta so far. Also at half-time, I believe, Sam, we're going to be doing a rare play giveaway. Is that correct?
We are. We've got one rare player at half-time and one at full-time.
Excellent. So we'll get those sorted out in the chat as soon as half-time hits, which will be good fun. We're in the 45th minute right now, and these games are winding down. But as we say, it looks all wrapped up pretty much in Division 3 with Creektown 5-0 up in their game. Nothing that Fen can do. Although Fen and Oldsea, who are battling to try and win that, are an absolute stalemate right now. What's going on in that game, Jordan? Just anything at all, or has it just been really boring?
It's been a really cagey game, actually. I did expect it to be the opposite. I thought both teams would really go for it because both teams just simply need to win. A draw is not good for either of them. But it's just there's not been many chances between them, and both haven't really set up to go for it either. So it's quite interesting to see how this one's panned out. And I think based on the news from the other game now, with it being 5-0, I don't really think the motivation is going to be there, and the atmosphere has completely died in the stadium as well.
Yeah, once it's been taken away from you, there's nothing you can actually do about it. I think it's all the players will fall flat. So we are now at half-time in these games. As you can see here, it's 0-0 in Fen versus Oldsea Stanley, and of course Creektown 5-0 up. What are the results currently in your game, Leroy, your games?
Sea Park lead Marth Shilth 2-0, and Marma are 1-1 with Newsby Birch.
There we go. And Sam, how about your games?
Yeah, so Haynes United 1-1 with Swart. As it stands, Swart are going up. Haynes still need 3 goals, but it could be a touchy second half. Both on defensive, which I think obviously favours Swart. And in the other game, we've got Taunton versus Bing. Taunton have dominated. Bing haven't even had a shot on target. But as we said, Taunton's fitness is on the worst side, so I feel like that'll change in the second half.
Yeah, definitely. A few responses in the chat as well. Looks like we've got some good managers in there. No Phil there. Poli United won the league. Congratulations. Big to hear for that one. And then third in Division 1, room to improve from Freak Lion Art. That's pretty decent, third in Division 1. Although Itchy Dino Jake finished 10th in his league, which is not quite so good. Obviously, there's always next season. The giveaway now is live in the chat. So what you need to do is type in !Footium and you'll be entered into the giveaway, which we will be doing before half-time finishes, for a chance to win a rare player for when Footium launches, which will be very exciting. Very exciting stuff there. So, with half-time done, or in progress right now, let's just double check who should be going through at the half-time list. Obviously, we know Crete Town are pretty much guaranteed up. Sea Park are holding Marshilth right now. It means that Marma's Point is going to guarantee them a promotion place if results stay as they are right now. And then in Division 4 Playoff 2, Swart Rangers obviously in the little drawing starting with Haynes United there. Haynes need that goal swing, don't they? Which they haven't yet got. If we look in there quickly, we can see that Swart Rangers have been on top. If Haynes wants to get 3 more goals in this game to turn it round, well, they need to have 1 more shot than they've had of this entire first half and make sure it goes in the back of the net as well. Can you see it happening, Sam?
No, I can't, but it's tough to say. In my opinion, Swart are gonna play this one out. I think they're being clever starting on defensive. I'm not too sure what Haynes' game plan is starting on defensive, but maybe we'll see something in the second half.
Yeah, I think they've got to switch things up and really go all out for an attack, because that would be... Well, they've got to. They've got nothing to lose at this stage, really. You know, you're drawing right now. You've got to go all out attack, haven't you?
Yeah, it needs to go hell to the leather, 3 at the back, 3 forwards. I mean, all out attacking.
I mean, as it stands right now, they're not getting promoted. The worst case scenario is they lose it 2-1, but they've gone for it, right? The worst case scenario is they lose and they're not going to go up anyway, but...
Exactly.
All the cards in Swart Rangers' hands.
I can report from the Taunton Bing Villa game. Bing have made a tactical change at half-time.
Oh, okay. Do we know roughly what that is? Is it a change in shape or mentality?
So they've gone from a 4-3-3 balance to a 4-1-2-1-2 attacking. So they know it's all or nothing, really. They need to go out the second half and get 2 goals.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much needed, isn't it? Let's have a quick look at this one as it loads on my screen, and then it will probably actually go idea to go through the other games that we're not watching, but I'm sure you guys will be very interested to know what's going on, particularly if you guys are playing in them, although the second half is underway, so we'll go through it quickly. But yeah, as it stands right now, Taunton will be going up as they beat Bing Villa in what is essentially a playoff final. So starting from the bottom then, Division 4, Playoff 4, obviously we know that New Burton Albion are going up, but they are drawing right now in their game. As Otley Wanderers are beating Cog City 1-0 as well. So there's an update for you at half-time. If we go into the other Division 4 playoffs that we're not watching right now, obviously Weld Albion have been promoted already. They're drawing right now, but Cruiseburn are 3-1 up against Sandon. That's a big score right there, as Cruiseburn look to solidify their second place in the playoff group there. In Division 3, in the games that we're not watching, we can see that obviously Fratblesh have been promoted already, and they are having a party themselves. They're 4-0 up away from home against Bidgetown right now. So Fratblesh are loving life as Hall Stanley and Thameston Athletic, which I've probably butchered massively, are drawing 0-0 in this one. And then if we look at the other...
Just a quick shout out to that league. It was one of the most competitive leagues I think we saw in Footium. I think on the last day, Fratblesh, Hawley Stanley and Wet Rangers all could have won the league.
Oh, that is terrifying. Yeah. Agonising if you're the losing manager there, but that's the great way to win the title in that regard. And then the Division 3 playoff game that we're not watching as well. Let's get a quick update over there, which we're already on actually. So yeah, we've updated all the scores there. We know what's going on across the board. Anything to report early on in these games so far, chaps, in the second half?
We have a sixth goal for Crete Town, which is no surprise at this point. The defence for St Constanley was non-existent, and they just sliced them open. Easy tap in, goalkeeper, really poor effort, and yeah, it's 6-0. It's all over.
It's 6-0. Oh, that is terrifying. Crete Town are going to be a force next season if they can retain these players. Romero Peterson there with the goal in the 46th minute for his second of the day. The club captain today on the 46th minute. Let's have a quick look at him as well. 13th and 14th goal of the season today. What a good return for Creek Town, especially from the wing. That's a great goal return in 27 appearances. Who was your top scorer this season, Leroy? Obviously, he's got 102 goals in the league. You must have had someone who was banging at least 20 or 30 of those, right?
Yeah, Alvarez, he won Golden Boot in the whole of the beta.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah,
fantastic.
he's with 22 goals in the league, and I think he has 1 or 2 in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's not bad going.
Harold Alvarez. I keep wanting to call him Julian Alvarez, but it was Harold Alvarez, wasn't it?
He is statistically amazing. If you want to have a look at him.
Yeah, we're just going to get him up quickly and see how good he actually is in this. To win the Golden Boot is no easy feat. A 69 rated right winger with 91 shooting, 90 crossing, 59 pace.
What a player!
77 mentality. Whoa.
I've got a goal. I've got a goal, and it's in the Haynes United Swart Rangers game.
Oh, big.
And it has gone the way of Haynes United.
Oh, that is big.
It's big. Julian Lara has his brace. He's on fire today, and I think he'll get his hat trick. But yeah, they need 2 more goals, so it's getting tetchy now for Swart. Just before the goal, they made a tactical change. It looked like they brought on a right back who isn't used to playing right back, but yeah, it obviously hasn't worked because Julian Lara's got his second of the game, and things are getting very tetchy.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, they needed a really quick start in this second half, and they've got it there. A goal within 10 minutes. That is really big in the context of the playoff table right now. Now, they're still lined up defensively, which is a bit bizarre, I think. Swart Rangers have made some tactical changes as well. Literally made tactical changes and then conceded the goal. So George is fuming right now. He's not happy with this one. Also got an update from a chat as well. Callie has put in there that Thameston are 1-0 up against Hull right now in their game. So big up Thameston, which I still think I'm saying wrong, but you know.
I think the Hawley players must be dejected. Obviously, they lost the league on the last day, and now they've lost out to Fraplish on the playoffs. So they're the only one out of the 3 not to make it out of the league this season.
Oh, it's terrible for them, isn't it? It's terrible for them, and you know they've given up on their hope now, basically, haven't they? They've given up on their hope.
They have.
They're already on the beach somewhere in the Mediterranean, or maybe they've gone off on a Caribbean trip somewhere just to enjoy the beach instead.
And just a quick thing about the giveaway: someone has been drawn, but they're waiting to be claimed. They've been waiting 5 minutes, so I'm going to set a timer now, 2 minutes.
Oh,
and then we'll redraw.
Okay, yeah. So check the chat; it could be you.
Yep.
Essentially, right. Jordan, anything updated in your games right now, or is it still a big 6-0?
It's still a big 6-0 here. I mean, every chance that Creek Town have, they look like they're going to score. I think both teams have just quietened down a bit. Creek Town, they're in party mode. The confetti's already on the pitch from the away end. And I think the St. Con fans that did turn up are now actually leaving the stadium. I think they're fed up with their team's performance. The other game is still pretty cagey, but low energy. Both teams haven't. Again, they're not really going for it second half.
Yeah.
And to be fair, what do they have to play for? It is all over. The other game, Creek Town are going up. It's 7-0.
7-0. Incredible. Absolutely incredible in that
7
one.
goals from 10 shots on target. It's everything that goes towards the goalkeeper is getting past.
Yeah, Leroy, I'm seeing on the screen right now. It's still 2-0 to Sea Park. Sorry, 1-1 with Marmor and Newsby Birch. Anything major going on in those games at all, or is it all pretty calm?
No, just in the Marmor Newsby game, just frantic tactical changes. Someone trying to break the deadlock. Newsby Birch has gone defensive. I'm not sure if that is the way to go if he wants to win the game, considering he started so well. But I am going to make a couple of changes myself.
Yeah, needs to be done.
To see this game out.
Oh, I mean, Marshall must be fuming with you right now on the grounds that technically nothing to play for, and you're battering them right now. They can't be happy, but they've got to look at themselves first, and they've not put out the best team possible. They've not done the good job. They're not getting the result that they would have wanted. With 20 minutes to go in these games now, it's going to be pretty tight there, isn't it, for Haynes United, isn't it, Sam?
Yeah, it is. I mean, they're still. Oh.
Let's go
Marshall's
back.
Got one back.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
just I'll click off that as well. Back.
Yeah, I've just clicked off as well, and now I'm on the wheel of death.
Oh, no. So we'll get into that Marshall game as quick as possible. I think I can click on it any second now. Sorry, update us, Sam. Update us while we get this goal up.
Yeah, so I'm surprised Haynes aren't going to attacking now. Obviously, the defensive has worked. They've got 2 goals, but they really need to go for it. There's 20 minutes left and they need 2 goals. I think some changes and going attacking needs to happen.
Yeah, I think you're right. Harvey Miles got the goal there for Marshall in the 67th minute. Left-footed shot from close range to the centre of goal. Obviously, a big defensive mix-up there for C Park. Will Harvey Miles get some more? Well, he's got some good fitness still. And let's have a quick look at his attributes as well. This will be a big point of discussion, actually, Jordan. Do you describe them as stats or attributes?
Attributes.
Yeah, there we go. That's the correct answer. That's good. I'm glad. It's a big debate. People say stats, people say attributes, but it's definitely attributes, I think.
Yeah, it's got to be. Stats are goal ratios.
Precisely,
Yes.
precisely. Yeah, Harvey Miles then has got his 12th of the season then with that goal in 21 appearances. And 74 shooting, 76 dribbling and 80 crossing is pretty decent, although he's a bit of a slow coach with 22 pace. But he's got the goal, which is giving Marshall a chance. They need another one to at least get themselves a chance of getting themselves back on top of the pile. So all to play for here in Division 2. All to play
Has
for.
been consolation here in the Fen Olty Stanley game. It's Fen who've scored. It was Antonio Pace. It was Antonio Pace who had it outside the box, and he just thought he's going to take on the defenders himself. He got past them and he just slotted it home. It was a great goal. 1-0, but the celebrations very much muted because they know it doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't mean anything. Crete Town absolutely dominating St Constanley. But yeah, 10 minutes ago in that, it's bragging rights, isn't it, I suppose, in that game now. It's bragging rights for those 2 teams as they look to try and salvage something from this playoff campaign, which it hasn't quite gone their way. Antonio Pace with a goal there in the 69th minute. Let's have a quick look at him. With a name like Antonio Pace, I expect his pace to be pretty high. And the answer to that is 27. So, not living...
brother or cousin of Victor Pace, who was arguably player of the year in the whole of the beta last season. Also had quite low pace, yeah.
It's a shame, isn't it? You know, can't live up to their namesakes, but does have some pretty decent dribbling, crossing and shooting. So I guess we can't be too harsh on old Victor Pace with his 8th goal of the campaign in 18 appearances, which is good. Another update from the chat as well. Callie in there saying Thameston 2-0 up against Hawley right now. So Hawley really not having a great day at the end of their playoff campaign. Right. Final 10 minutes to go in these games. I think the main one we're sort of keeping an eye out for is the Swart Rangers Haynes United game. Are Haynes United looking like they're going to score any more goals, Sam?
No, they're not. It's really just petering out now, to be honest. If anything, Swart look like they might get one more. Obviously, they've not put in the best performance, but they knew that they needed a 3-goal swing. And with Haynes still needing 2 goals with 6 minutes to go and no changes from the manager, I can't see anything changing here.
Yeah, and with 5 minutes to go, it's still precarious with Taunton and Bing Villa. Any updates?
Yes, Bing have made another change. They've got much fresher legs. Brought on Alexis Bailey, a 50-rated right midfielder, who I feel like could change the game alongside Connor Daniel. So 4 minutes, they've really come into the game in the second half. They started to match them in terms of stats, but at the moment just can't get the ball into the back of the net.
They're trying their hardest, aren't they?
All
they need is, they need 2 goals now, don't they, to get ahead of Taunton.
Yeah.
Have they got the exact same record, or is there a slight difference in? I'll have a quick look at the table quickly and I'll see. Because I'd be interested to know what happens if it goes to a draw. So, Bing Villa have scored 6, conceded... scored 10, conceded 6, whereas Taunton have scored 9, conceded 4. So they've both got a +4 goal difference as it stands right now. If Bing Villa equalise, I'm going to assume that they will stay on top on the grounds they've scored more goals, right?
That's correct, yeah.
That's correct. So that
But
one
Bing need
extra
one
goal.
goal.
Yeah. That's so they need 2 goals then. Well, just the 1 goal, sorry, Bing, don't they?
No,
The
they just need the one.
Just
They
need the
just
one
need the
to
one.
draw. And we're in the
And we're
90th
90th
minute in that
Oh,
game.
no.
We need to keep some tabs on this. Oh,
There hasn't been anything for 10, 12 minutes now in the game.
this is it's just loading in for me now.
Tommy Hughes has just missed a decent chance for Bing Villa, and the referee signaled 4 minutes at a time.
Oh, we need to keep some tabs on this one then and see if something happens. Are we around at full time around the other games? By the way, I know we're in the 90-minute right now.
Yeah, we have a full time at Sea Park. Sea Park win 2-1.
Congratulations to you on that final day win. Then that's a big result for you.
Yes, yeah, a little bit of consistency in the second half of the playoffs, but lost it in the first 3 games.
Yeah, and a bit of pride for your boys back as well, I suppose, as well.
Exactly, but it's looking very much like Marma are going to take promotion unless they concede. I think it's 4 goals they need to in about 1 minute.
Yeah. It's pretty much all done and dusted there. Obviously, we know with Creektown, they are already promoted, so congratulations to them. We're just keeping an eye out.
Yeah, Perry took a free header at the back post. I don't know how he's missed it. I don't believe it.
Those last few minutes. Those last few minutes at Bing Villa. What a save from the keeper. Should have scored, but the keeper got his fingertips to it. And I tell you what, Philip Thomas must be man of the match in this game, judging by these highlights right at the end. That's incredible. Taunton win 1-0 and get promoted.
I cannot believe that game. That finale, it was corner after corner, shot after shot. Taunton had no legs left, but they'll be going out and getting on the Flirtinis tonight and enjoying their night. So congratulations to Taunton. And it looks like in the other game, it's full time. Swart have lost, but they win the playoffs. So congratulations to George and Roland. Good campaign, and commiserations to Haynes.
Yeah. I'm just looking at that goal they scored in the 5th, 6th minutes. Just was like, they got a nice early goal and then could just sit back, really. Didn't have to worry too much. Others had a lot of chances themselves, but obviously, I suppose, they were making use of being overcommitted in their attacks and they could get a few shots away, but obviously had just about enough discipline to hold on at the end there, Taunton. I was so excited by that at the end.
Yeah,
so excited.
And I said Alexis Bailey and should have scored. Keeper got his fingers to it, so wow.
That is absolutely crazy.
We've got full time in the other Division 2 game. Marma 1, Newsbury Birch 1. So that's congrats to Marma for promotion.
Yeah, congratulations, Marma, finishing on 10 points there, get themselves promoted. As the table literally updates, they'll say that. So we'll go through all these tables as well. But Marma, congratulations to you. Up there. Back-to-back promotions. That's amazing for them. They're on their way. Can they do it again? Can they get another... Well, they can't get promoted again, but in Division 1, what I mean is, can they get to the top of that one within one season? That would be impressive if they could do. Wow.
Yeah, and actually, I've had some word, although we weren't covering the Hawley Stanley game, I've had a text from the owner saying, I'm firing the manager. This dude dropped the ball.
Oh, wow.
So they are not happy. The board are making a quick change on that. So look forward to some new management for next season.
Yeah. I mean, it's Lincoln City, Margaret Appleton-esque, essentially. That sounds like it's...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so confirmation there of Crete. Get themselves on top of the pile there, and obviously Fen coming second in the playoff group there. So Fen, I mean, look at it actually looks pretty close with Fen, only a point away, but it was all over from the kickoff basically, wasn't it, Jordan, with Creektown going 7-up?
It was, yeah. Creektown. I mean, to be honest, I think before the game, it had Creektown written all over it. But you thought maybe St Constanley might turn up and there might be some nerves from Creektown, but it was exactly the opposite of that. And Creektown completely steamrolled St Constanley, and as a result, I think deserved promotion today.
Definitely. A confirmation as well, looking into Division 4 Playoff 2. The table update in a second, I'm sure. But as Swart Rangers did end up losing, they do still go on top of the pile. The table updated in front of my eyes now. I didn't know what I was looking at then. But the table updated, and yeah, they do have, although they lost, they do have the better goal difference. They get themselves promoted. So congrats to George on that one in that promotion. Torley Athletic in that division also winning 3-0 as well. So a comprehensive win for them. Congrats to them. And then finally, the confirmation that we have of Taunton getting promoted as well after that big win against Bing Villa. Bing Villa's manager must be absolutely fuming with that one right at the end.
Yeah, they must be. Obviously, Alexis Bailey came off the bench. You thought it was written in the stars, but I don't understand how Philip Thomas even got his hand to that, but it was meant to be for Taunton today.
Yeah, man of the match performance there from the keeper, as he got his team promotion pretty much. They did the job at one end of the pitch, he did the job at the other end of the pitch. So I think there's another giveaway to be doing as well, isn't there, Sam?
There is. We'll get that up now.
If you get that up going. So that brings an end to this phase of the beta, which I think has been a really, really good beta. I assume you've learned a lot of things, haven't you, Jordan?
Yeah, again, like a lot learned from it. A lot of stats, a lot of data that we're going to be analysing, and is going to help influence how we structure the betas moving forwards. And it's just really exciting as well what's going to come next, because I think we've had like a few betas now where it's been very much the same set of features, and we've been working on a lot of stuff in the background. But yeah, really excited to get the next phase out and get you guys playing it and getting feedback from that.
That is very exciting. Have you got a bit of a time frame on that, or is it still a bit like, it's going to be more as and when we know when we can get these features implemented into the next beta?
Yeah, I mean, the features that we are working on are quite big at the moment. So you've got like the new front end, you've got also the new Mac simulation engine, and you have infrastructure changes which we've been changing to help address a lot of the performance issues that we've been having. So we really want to get like 2 out of 3 of those in for the next beta, because like, for example, like the performance issues have been a real problem, and we don't want that to be, a feature of the beta when it really shouldn't be. So yeah, we're very much going back and putting the groundwork in place there to help address those. In terms of timeframes, it's looking like it's going to be, probably about a month to 2 months before the next phase goes out, purely because of the size of some of those features that we are bringing in, such as the new Mac simulation engine. But yeah, super excited when we do get those features out. It's exciting seeing it come together behind the scenes as well.
Yeah, that definitely sounds really exciting. And I think going back to the point as well about, obviously, the performance issues, but that is exactly why you have beta testing phases, right? To make sure you can get these issues sorted and caught early before the full release comes out. So I think you've done a really good job, like finding all these bugs and trying to get them all sorted out. So props to all the beta testers for helping out with all that stuff. There was a question in the chat as well saying, are we going to see more teams in the next beta? Are you going to expand it a bit further to some more teams?
That's yeah. Oh, Sam, do you want to answer that one?
Yeah. Basically, just with what you spoke to me about earlier, Jordan, we've tracked engagement throughout this beta, so we'll be removing some teams, adding some more teams. I've already started the list for next season. So if you want to play the beta, make sure you fill in the form in official links. You get added to a list, and we check it all the time. So yeah.
Brilliant. That sounds very exciting. That list is obviously in the Discord. So if you're not in the Discord, we can get a link in the chat, I'm sure, very quickly.
Yeah, I can put it on.
There we go. Sam's on it super straight away. Fantastic stuff. And then once straight in there, beautiful stuff. So the invite's in there for the Discord if you want to get in there. And then on the official links tab on there, you can find a document on there where you can put some information in to get yourself into the beta, which is very exciting. Should we round things off then by drawing the player, shall we?
Yes, let's do it. And also, someone just said in the chat, how's the sticker map going? I've been sending some stickers out today to some people that have requested, so looking forward to getting some more pins on the map. Obviously, we've got Wembley, Old Trafford, and the Emirates so far. It'd be good to get some lower league stadiums as well.
Definitely. I'll be taking some to Central Bank with me, 100%.
That's what we like to see.
Bro.
Right. We are drawn, and there we go. No fillers there. Said that he won the league early, and he's also just won a rare player.
He has done. Well done. Well, that's basically a prize for promotion in the league early, isn't it? A nice rare player in that one. Congratulations, mate. Fantastic stuff. So, I think what we'll do is we will finish things up there this evening. But I just want to say, well, thank you to Jordan and Sam for having me on once again to host this one. But also thank you for these two for putting on a great game. And of course, Sam in the community, fantastic work he's always doing, keeping everything up to date. And I feel like you're the oracle of Footium knowledge. Like, you just say, oh, how's this team done this season? He said, oh yeah, in like, Division 6 League 83. Like, he knows exactly what you're talking about straight away. So Sam's on it completely. So he's the Footium oracle, I think. And then, of course, also want to say thank you to Leroy for joining us today. Obviously, a big win for you today. Sadly, wasn't quite promotion, but hopefully we'll see you promoted next season instead.
Thanks for having me on. It's been an honour.
Any final words to any of you chaps there?
No, just thank you for watching. Look forward to doing some more. Thanks for hosting, Tom, and thanks for coming on, Leroy. It's been fun.
It has been fun. Up the trunk.
Yes, up the trunk.
Exactly. Right, on that note then, we will see you soon for another Footium Football Special in the next beta. But until then, have a good one. Goodbye.
Cheers, everyone. Bye.
Cheers, guys. Bye.